gentlemen, you're listening to the USF Coaches Show live from Rookie Sports Bar and Grill on 1230 KWSN. This is our last show of the season. Been a great year. A special thank you to all our very, very loyal listeners. People that come out. A hot crowd here tonight. We're excited to have you guys, and I especially appreciate your support. Been an interesting year at the University of Sioux Falls so far. In the move to Division II, we've had a lot of things go on, and a lot of promise here showing early as we make the move to the NSIC and to the NCAA. Joining me now, live and in person, Mr. Willie Sanchez, our Director of Athletics.
Thank you, Vic. It's always good. It's always good to be here.
Well, good. It's good to have you back. It's been a little while. I even dressed accordingly, hoping that you would show up. I'm mostly cleanly shaven. I'm wearing black slacks, and I thought you'd be just so proud.
You found out we were filming, so you better look for it.
I tell you. Well, Willie, as you look at this year, from a standpoint as Director of Athletics at a university that's made a big, big move here in transitioning from the NAI to the NCAA Division II, as you start to look back on this year, it's not quite over yet, but what do you take away from it the most?
Well, it's been a year of preparation. I think that's been the embodiment of the entire year. This year was going to be different. It has been difficult. The scheduling. It's been difficult for competition. It's been competition. But I think our teams, for the most part, have really performed well. And I look at all the improvements that our volleyball program is doing, our track and field program is doing, our football and basketball programs. I think they're ready. I think they've come a long way. Our track and field program has really done a very good job as well. And so, I mean, with the exception of baseball, softball, and golf, they're still going on. I think that this year preparation has been a good one, and we're looking forward to next year, and our expectations are to continue to move forward. So we have not that expectation. Like I said, this has been a year of preparation. It's been a lot of work for our coaches, a lot of hard work for our student athletes. But I think they're actually being ready next year. I've been told many times that we're going to take our lumps. My answer to that is we're going to get out of lumps.
Well, one of the things that, as I've thought about this year and kind of reflected on what we've had and that I've been the most impressed with is that first and foremost that we went out and we did it in the way that I thought was right. We didn't shy away. You didn't shy away. The coaches didn't shy away from hard schedules, from really going out and competing against these teams and seeing where they're at. And you didn't just say, okay, let's play a bunch of NAI schools and then jump into Division II. The other thing that I really appreciate is the amount of head coaches and assistant coaches that we have that are so bought into this university and so bought into their student athletes and really have been just tremendous influences all across the campus. Really is a tribute to you and to President Benedetto and the whole athletic department in making sure the right people were in those positions to start leading the ways.
Well, I thank you for that, Wayne. I can assure you that the coaches, before the season started this year in September, I don't know how much they had brought in the schedule, especially our football coach, when you look at the schedule, we were playing North Dakota, Kansas State, Northwest Missouri, and Washington. They really thought that was nuts. But as it turned out, we learned a lot. We prepared for football. We took on some challengers in basketball, men's basketball, women's basketball. We beat some Division II teams within the conference. We almost beat Wyoming in basketball, men's basketball. Our women are just having an extraordinary year. Our track and field, if we were to put all the times together for all our redshirt athletes, my goodness, I bet you, we're looking forward to competing in the Northern Southern track and field cross country. I can't help but be excited. Our coaches are excited. They work hard to prepare, and the only way we're going to find out is through competition, and they're anxiously waiting.
All right, well, let's go to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. You're listening to the USF Coaches Show on 1230 KWSN. Well, there's some other things that we've been doing besides just making the move into the Northern Sun. Some renovations to the locker room, putting in the locker room under the stadium out at Bobby on the field, and the seniors locker room. Talk a little bit about that and how the athletic department came to those decisions on wanting to make some upgrades.
Well, there again, it's not just preparing on the field as it is off the field. I know that my staff, Stephanie Pingree, Brian Kuhn, and Dennis Campbell, we all are very, very hard to prepare for next year. The season tickets and all sports. But one of the commitments that our administration has made is to improve our facilities, especially at the Stewart Center. We are remodeling all our locker rooms for both men and women's basketball and volleyball. We're improving our training room. We're going to totally redo our basketball and volleyball facility. We're repositioning lockers, redoing the floor, new lighting, repositioning the scoreboards, improving the bathroom situation, adding more restroom toilets for the women so that they don't have to wait in line. Those things are all being done, and they're all happening. I noticed that. But we recognize that not only do we have to make the improvements like we're making them out of the complex, but we have to make it at the Stewart Center. And so our administration has made a commitment. As soon as the basketball season is over at the end of this week, we're basically starting the demolition. If anyone is interested in buying used lockers for the garages or just for old time's sake, they are on sale. We're going to put them on sale here at the start of this week.
I didn't bring it on to make sales.
Well, and also we're selling lockers. Would you like to buy one?
I think I'm good for now. But I'll go.
No, but we're excited about all those things that we're doing at the Stewart Center. We're also making improvements at the complex. We're adding a locker room in the basement area of the complex. How was your so that, along with acquiring the power center from Center for Health, there's so much going on, and we're going to have a state-of-the-art weight room training facility, and also an area for student athletes or non-student athletes to participate and work out. So at the complex, at the Stewart Center, there's going to be a lot of investment, and hopefully it'll all be done in time so that we can compete at the highest level.
Have you made a plan of what you're going to do with the power vote?
I am part of the committee. I'm not chairing the committee. Jamie Oyen, our compliance officer, is also part of our staff. She is headed the committee. We have made recommendations to the president, and he's going to look into those recommendations with the hope that that facility can be used as a training facility, not only for student athletes, but for students as well.
Well, it's hard to think back now into the NAI a little bit almost. It just seems like there was such a disconnect this year from moving away from that. Didn't play Northwestern in the morning side, didn't have the old rivals coming into the Stewart Center, into the bottom. When you look back on that, is there any sort of, obviously there's some fondness there, but is there any sort of self-doubt, any sort of, second-guessing what you've done? I think I probably know the answer to this question. I'm asking.
I learned a long time ago, never look back. From a personal standpoint, I retired from officiating at the Sweet 16 and NCAA Sweet 16. I don't miss it at all. I left the Dodgers. I'm glad that I work for them. I don't miss them. I get my own company. I don't miss that. I focus on what I have to do today and what I'm going to do tomorrow. I know the good Lord's going to take care of tomorrow. The past is gone. And I'm just looking forward to the participation in the Northern Sun. I can't wait, really. But I think all our coaches, everybody's ready. I think we're positioned July 1. We are officially members of Northern Sun. July 5th or the 6th, we're going to hear from the NCAA and all indications that it is going to happen. If it doesn't happen, then I may mid-hair carry. I don't know.
Then we'll have to have another show.
But I think all these things are in place. I've been to the social-wise responsibility. We still have things to finish. And I think our fan base is going to be really pleased with what we do at the Stewart Center and the things that we do at the complex. There's
involved as anything?
Well, I do know, and there's no way to quantify it, but one of the reasons I first proposed this 4 years ago to the administration of the Board of Trustees was just from a branding standpoint. I was asked by a Board of Trustees one day, why the NCAA? And I said there's 4 major reasons. And he said, well, what are they? And I said, NCAA, just the branding in and of itself. I am told that currently, not applications, but inquiries as far as students coming to the University of Sioux Falls for next year has more than tripled from last year. Now, that could be because we have a consultant working with us, or it could be, and there's no way to quantify it, that our relationship with the NCAA. Because NCAA isn't just about championship participation. It's about other things, grants that are all available for our university within the NCAA umbrella. So, again, it's not just about athletics, it's about our university. And the way I like it is that athletics is the window to the university. And so any good measure or good advertising or good notices that the athletic department can bring forth to the university, that only enhances the idea of greater enrollment and growth within our university. So where the horse pulls the wagon, so to speak, another way, just the workhorse, and hopefully the more you win, the more you get fed. As a horse, so I hope that they keep feeding us.
Well, and my last follow-up question to that is, what's next for USF?
Something we always strive for is national championships. We're not just happy competing within the Northern South. We didn't do that in the GPAC. I know they did do it when they were members of the NCAA and the Iowa South Dakota League. We share something about that as well. We're not shooting for national championships. Let's win the conference and hopefully go all the way to national championships. I'll tell you what, all these people that are out here today, they've been to national championships throughout the country, and they know how exciting that is. And so I never, Coach Johnson, Chris Johnson was in my office today, and he said, if you give me this, I'll give you this. I'll tell you what, if you win a national championship, I'll make sure you get what you want. So, that's the way it works. When you're a competitor, that's the way it works. So, what's next? I hope that that's next. Completion of all our facilities, and then someday maybe even add baseball and softball fields out at the complex. So, again, the list is long. We have to keep working at it, and never be satisfied with the fire.
Well, our fearless leader, Mr. Willie Sanchez, great job leading this place to where it's at in the NCAA Division II. I know we're all excited to see where we end up, and I think it's going to be an awfully good place.
Well, I appreciate it. We always have to stop and give thanks to the Lord and give Him the glory for everything He's done. These are His ideas. We're just tools here on earth to make these things happen. Let's just hope that